It's Michelle Patterson here with Angel Souls, and this is your weekly Angel Oracle card reading for the week beginning, I believe it's May 23rd, 2016. For this week, I'm going to be using the Magdalene Oracle by Toni Carmine Salerno, and of course, pulling a color card from the Secret Language of Color Oracle deck by Anna Segal. If you would like to get a personal reading with me, people ask me this still all the time. I've been at this now for about 2.5 years. People will still come on and ask me how to get a personal reading. It's at the beginning of the video, the end, I announce it, it's in the description box, but if you would like to get a personal reading with me, you can just go to my website at angelsouls444.com, the services page. Cool? Okay. And also, if you'd like to support me on Patreon, I will leave all that information down below. And please don't forget, there is that new Vimeo channel. So I have my course up there on how to perceive your angels. And also, I think for June, it's health focused readings, and there's still time to get May, which is love focused. And if you are one of those people who likes to go back and watch a video after the fact, you know, some people do that. They'll watch this, especially weekly, so they'll watch it at the end of the week to see what actually held true for them. The April, I think it's spiritual growth readings, are still available on Vimeo for the time being. So did we get everything? I think so. Oh, and sorry, I just got back from a hike. So that's, if you're wondering, like, what's with the tank top? What's going on? I probably will cut most of that out. But anyway, just went for a lovely hike. I feel very open and ready to go. And let's get to it. Let's see what's coming up for the week of, again, I think, May 23rd, if I did my calculations correctly. Let's see. Oh, there's, okay, they want this card here. Crucifixion. Anytime that card comes up, more often than not, it's self-inflicted. So it's us beating ourselves up or trying to play the martyr. Sometimes people do that too. We have a lot of different personalities watching these videos. So it just kind of depends on where you fall with that. Revelation. Okay, where are you guys going with this? This one too. Whoa, okay. Give me more, give me more. I'm not getting a clear understanding of what the reading is, so can I get a clarification card, guys? I'm going to pull an extra one because I'm not real sure what's going on. There it is. Oh. Okay. my clarification card for you guys was confusion. Let's get into it. I'm going to set this aside for just a moment. We'll get back to that. But the first card we have, well, let me read them all out. We have Crucifixion, Revelation, Serendipity, and the Judgment. So I'm going to tune in and let's see what's going on here. Self-inflicted pain. Okay. So I don't know if there's a simple way that I could put this. I think the crucifixion thing is don't make things bigger than what they really are. Something that's just a mere lesson in life at this time might feel like people are just beating you up all the time. They're not letting you be who you want to be. But it really does feel like the message here is stop blaming people outside of you. Start taking accountability. Stop crucifying yourself. Again, stop amping up. Okay, say it again, please. I think they're starting to say stop, well, the way we would put it in a human way, stop amping up the drama. So if you're having a disagreement with somebody, you know, you don't want to go in there and be like, oh my gosh, if this person didn't do this, that, and the other to me, I wouldn't have reacted that way. Conflict. Yeah, there is some conflict. But what you might want to do is either fight and try to be right or run away. And really, what you're supposed to be doing is realizing that there's nothing to fight about at all. Okay, there's nothing to worry about here. All these things are happening because it's trying to bring something to light for you. It's trying to get you to see something, which is this Revelation card. But, excuse me. I have a little cough there. But look at this Revelation card. Every time this comes up, it kind of remind you of like a volcano, something erupting, or maybe it just feels, like, let me try to turn these so there's no light reflecting off of them. But, you know, the revelation comes through maybe a moment of discomfort, a moment of discord. Yes? Something finally comes to a head and finally just comes on out. Now, for some of us out there, that could be someone or a situation from the past coming back because, yeah, I think Mercury retrogrades on Sunday, but still, there's some residual time after that where, who knows what could happen. But it could be something that you just never addressed and now it's coming up to the surface. And you have a choice here about how you handle it. So are you going to get self-righteous and say, that's not fair, and, you shouldn't have done this and you shouldn't have done that and everything is your fault? Or are you just going to just let it play out? The other person might be behaving that way. That's where you that's where we talk about that detachment. If someone is angry, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's your fault. Okay. They might just they have some energy that needs to come on out. So any kind of conflict that happens this week, and for everybody, it's going to be happening differently. It could happen on a small scale. It can happen on a very big scale. It could be within your company, and suddenly everyone's scared for their jobs for whatever reason. Listen, I used to work at a corporation. If you follow me, you know that. Every other month, there was something to be scared about. Oh, we're so scared. It's a ploy. All right? And yes, it's very real that people lose their jobs, but you know what? There are other jobs out there. And if it's been a while and you're one of those people who's been job hunting, there are other jobs out there. And if you're having a hard time getting employment, honey, you best be paying attention, because I think the universe is trying to tell you, take a different approach, either with yourself and you believing in yourself, or with the exact kind of work that you go for. Okay. And that same kind of underlying message can apply to love partnerships too. If it's just not working, or if you've been single for a while, there's some revelation coming up about why that is. And you might be tempted to beat yourself up and be like, oh, why am I like that? But don't do it. Okay. Don't go into that. So in the midst of all this, we have this is like a very positive card, the Serendipity card. So it's like something comes in and maybe will rock your world this week, but it does have a beautiful effect, which is actually, sort of making an old fight sort of crumble away. And now you feel on top of the world maybe, or you feel very inspired and you just start having these great ideas. Okay. And you feel good about your future. That's another thing too. With this done, or with this breakthrough, it actually is a breakthrough kind of week with some realization, whatever the realization is, when it comes in, boom, now here comes the way for serendipity, this creative force that just sort of, this life force that starts pulsing through you. And we have this Judgment card. So here's what's funny about this too, and the feeling that I'm getting behind it. It's almost like your adversaries end up becoming your friends, or what needs to be evened out, even karmically, ends up getting evened out. The scales are balanced, okay? The Judgment is here. Whatever needs to be paid for, basically, will get paid for. So again, for so many people out there, it's going to be something different. It could be, again, like I said, like an old fight kind of coming up, or someone coming from your past and you're having to handle some situation that was never resolved. For others, it's, people getting what they have coming to them. Now, I don't mean it in that bad way. You know what I mean? That's a human way for us to put that. But the Judgment says, letting go of the old shell so that you can ascend, so the light being part of you can come forward. Now, a lot of us sometimes, especially if you are new to spirituality and awakening, one of the things that's like a rampant disease in our community would be the people and their attitude towards ascension sometimes. So this is coming through. I want to speak to this. And when I was talking about the enlightened you coming forward, well, there are a lot of people in this community where they see themselves as very enlightened, and so they pass judgment on others. Well, you're just not where I am, so I'm going to rise above. I'm going to stay positive. I don't give into that negativity. Well, maybe that person on the other side of things is having a very real reaction to something. They have a real fear, or they have, some issues that they're working through or whatever. So it's not a time to pass judgment. Don't pass the judgment. Allow the judgment to unfold. Again, which is the judgment, and Judgment Day would be like rising from the dead kind of thing. So this is also boding well if you have felt very stuck, stagnant. Something comes and rumbles, tears the old away, so that the real you can kind of come out and, maybe even having a new beginning of sorts. Now, we did have that clarification card, which is confusion. Isn't that funny? Our clarification card is confusion. So this might not be a week where you feel completely stable. You might not have all the answers. Things might not be falling together the way you think. Or whatever this revelation is. It could have been, well, I thought I knew the story. No, I don't. Whoa, now I'm confused. Wait a minute. What you're telling me doesn't match up to what actually I experienced, and so on and so forth. So there's going to be a little bit of, don't overdo it this week, but there might be a little bit of detective work that has to, come around when someone is coming forward and trying to get you to believe something. Does that make sense? So you're going to be learning new things this week, doing some clearing. You're going to feel good about moving forward, I think. But there will be this element of, okay, I need more to the story because this is not adding up. Okay? So let's get into the color card. I'm going to guess burgundy. Just as a fun little guess. Let's see. Oh, I knocked it on the floor. Hold on, guys. Well, brown. Does that count? So that fell on the floor. We will take that one, and I'm being told that I can take another one as well. The final hurrah. Whatever the heck that means. Oh, there it is. Bronze. Okay. I was really hoping for the burgundy. All right. So we have these very kind of grounded, very solid colors popping up. And I think what that is, yes, like the one card says, establish boundaries. And one even says strengthen your body. So this is going to be a week where you're really, now don't go into this week going, oh, I'm scared. This really freaked me out. I will block you. Okay. I say that all the time. I will block you. I'm not kidding. I don't like it when people are coming in and just being, just trying to spread whatever kind of, I was just saying in the spirituality community, we always judge each other, but like, seriously, there are certain people that come in and they just want to spread fear and they want to get everybody else kind of feeling sorry for them. We can't have that energy here. And you've heard me many times before, like I said, say, I will block you. Like, I will not hesitate to do it. But this is a week where you have to set boundaries with people. Like I just set a boundary with some people who might come to find my channel and think that because I'm an angel medium, I have to just bend over backwards for them and always be, airy-fairy, fluffy, whatever. Angels are not like that. Not at all. Not at all. So brown, establish boundaries. The number is 12. Okay. And as I say that, it's 12 minutes into it, going on 12:32 into the video. So, be grounded, people. Be very grounded and really watch out for those people. It's funny that example came up of me thinking of these people who just want to kind of whine about everything. Do you know what I mean? And some people, you can't, again, don't judge, all right? We try not to judge, but some people are doing that as a manipulation tactic. So if you can get good at kind of differentiating, all right, who is really having problems and needs a voice and needs to be heard right now, that's a different scenario as opposed to somebody who's there's just always a crisis with them. That's what I'm talking about. And they're just doing that so that they can siphon off of your energy. Establish those boundaries, guys. You need your strength for yourself this week, which is what the bronze card talks about. Strengthen your body. The number is 14. All right. So a lot of strength being called for here. Do not allow yourself to fall into ill health because of somebody else and because of their choices and what have you. So don't allow yourselves to be controlled, manipulated. There's some event that's coming up that might seem like you're going to get the clarity that you had always been looking for, but it might actually lead to more confusion first. But if you stand strong and you're without judgment, you're not trying to point the finger at anybody else and say, well, because you said that, I feel this way, or because you did that, I feel bad about myself. It's not going to be neat and tidy little week, okay? There's something really amazing happening here, and again, it's that nice breakthrough, but you got some other stuff to get through before that can occur, okay? So, right? There it is, guys. Have a beautiful week, and of course, I'm sending you so much love. Take care.